Well, Taylor, first of all, thank you very much for your availability.
Right.
Well, it's been about a year since your debut here in Formula E. Just wanted to ask you, what is the biggest difference that between the Taylor who competed here last year and the one I'm talking to right now?
I would say confidence. It feels actually really crazy that it's been already 1 year since I've done my debut, which is crazy to me. Definitely confidence. Obviously, I have now more races under my belt. I have 3 podiums and a pole position, which obviously feels quite good. So coming into this weekend, knowing I've already driven the track previously and having some results behind me, I definitely have more confidence.
Is there one thing that you're learning, let's say, the hard way in your rookie season?
I don't think so. I think one thing which I'm expecting and I will learn very soon is that the results will be very up and down. For sure, Miami was not what we wanted, and Jeddah was a very good weekend for us, but that's just how Formula E goes, and I think you have to deal with the ups and downs of Formula E, and that will be something which is challenging to learn, but other than that, I'm pretty comfortable.
Listen, what's the moment so far that made you realize, okay, I really belong here in Formula E?
Definitely Jeddah. For sure, that weekend was very good. I know the car was fast, the car was very strong, but also I felt like I did a good job. I was very comfortable. When everything was in the position to be on pole position, for example, I was able to do it. So I hope that we have the same kind of situation this weekend as well. But yeah, I mean, I have the confidence and I believe that I can do it again.
Okay. Formula E is also a very unique championship. What surprised you the most about this series? About maybe how it works, or maybe the atmosphere in the paddock?
When I first started, I expected it to be a lot more, I don't want to say serious, but more intense in the feeling in the paddock. I feel at the moment that everyone's very friendly, everyone's very kind, and I've not been used to that so far in my career, where the feeling in the paddock has been very intense. I don't really feel that here. I don't know if it's due to the team or due to something else, but I feel very comfortable and think everyone's very friendly in this championship.
How does a weekend like Monaco compare to the others in the calendar? I mean, does the setting maybe make it more special or something else?
I think this weekend's already very special for me because it was where I started my debut. I won F2 here last year at the sprint race. So there's already a lot of things which make it special for me, but also because it's Monaco, it's always going to be one of the most special races of the season.
Listen, you just mentioned Formula 2. Just wanted to ask you, what is the biggest difference between racing in Formula E and racing in Formula 2, considering that you raced in both series here in Monaco?
Formula 2 is very difficult to overtake. The race is more about tyre management and pure pace of the car. I think Formula E is a lot more down to strategy, management of the race, and also being very aware, because the way that you save energy, you can really read the race well, and if you're doing that, you're able to be strong in the last 5 laps. In Formula 2, you understand the situation and the pace of the other cars, but you're not really able to do much about that. So yeah, I think Formula E is a lot more complex with the changes on the steering wheel, attack mode, and energy management of other cars, but also the ease of being able to overtake.
How about the pit booster? Do you think it's going to be a factor here?
For sure it's going to change the race. It will be a more flat race. There'll be much less saving. Honestly, how it's going to look, I don't really know yet. Nobody knows. We've not done a pit boost race here. We've only done it in Jeddah, and that made the race more flat. So that's kind of the tendency we're expecting. But other than that, it's hard for me to say.
Okay. A couple of more questions. We are now heading into the second part of the season. So what are your main goals for the upcoming races?
Main goals will be score consistent points. I think that's what my goal has always been, just to keep scoring consistent points. If I can pick up podiums and race wins along the way, then that's great, but points is the main focus.
Is there a race that you're particularly looking forward to, apart from Monaco?
Honestly, Tokyo. I think the track is very, very different compared to what we see usually in not just Formula E, but in any racing series. So I think Tokyo is going to be something special.
Okay. Listen, is there one thing that you and the team are working on right now to improve the car and maybe make a step forward?
I wouldn't say there's one thing which we're necessarily lacking. I think we're all around looking very good so far. Maybe we need to look into a little bit of strategy, because that was a little bit of an issue in Miami, but to be honest, I'm very happy with the way that all of the guys are working. We're doing a very solid job. So if everything falls into place and we get lucky, I think we'll be okay.
Okay, well, a couple of more questions outside of racing. When you're not on the track or training, what helps you to disconnect?
Spending time with family and friends, for sure. That helps my brain just disconnect and refocus to the next weekend.
Do you watch any other sports or?
To be honest, not really.
No?
If I'm not racing, I'm in the simulator training.
Okay.
Sometimes I disconnect with my family, but not a lot, honestly.
Okay. Has there been a driver in the paddock, current or past, who's giving you useful advice or that you look up to?
I mean, for sure, Sam has helped me quite a lot since I started in Formula E. He has a lot of experience here in this championship, and I think he was one of the main people to teach me and bring me up.
How about also Oliver and maybe
Yeah.
Jake? Because I remember in Jeddah that they were talking about you.
Yeah, for sure, Ollie helped me very early in my career when I was trying to leave UK and pursue a professional career in European karting. He helped me quite a lot there, but he was the person that made me make that step. So I owe a lot to him as well. And Jake, of course, when I was a reserve driver last year, I learnt a lot from Jake and Sam, so I would say them three guys are the main ones.
Okay, well, thank you, Taylor. Thank you so much.